Hi guys, how have you all been? Welcome to Gusta's Reaction. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you've been doing okay. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I've missed you guys so much, and I hope that we missed you guys too.
Yeah, super missed you. I'm so excited to be back. It was a long,
Yeah, it
fun
was really
weekend. The only
unpacked.
downside to it is the fact that I've not really slept. But the fun was too much for me to actually close my eyes. But guys, thank you so much for your
Yeah,
incredible support. Thank you so much
thank
for all that
you.
you've done for us and continue to do for us at Gusto TV Africa. We love and appreciate you from my heart. I say thank you, and I know that Sugar also feels the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you
Yep.
so much. The weekend was actually a very long one. I was really
Yeah.
packed, and there's like a lot to gist about. A lot, like a lot. Let's start off from the not so good one. It wasn't really nice. I mean, over the course of the weekend, it was said that VDM got arrested.
Oh.
Our number one activist. I mean, activist, freedom fighter, the
Yeah.
voice of the voiceless. I mean, he got arrested according to what we've heard,
Yeah.
and it's just been, I don't know. At this point, it seems like it's beginning to look like, a trend. Anybody that wants to stand up for the people has to actually go through this sort of, situation and stuff. But
Yeah.
now linking it to, what, we're always about entertainment. We've really not seen a lot of the big wigs in the entertainment industry talk about this happening. And if there's just one person that we've seen, like among the big wigs, I mean, we've had, people like Seun Kuti, we've had Scales, we've had Peter P. Square also talk about it. But then Davido actually said something about it. I was like, oh, you know what? It's actually good to see that, the good that you do can impact people's life. What exactly do you make of this? Do you think it's a personal thing, like, oh, VDM is my friend, that's why I'm speaking out? Or Davido is actually speaking for, or speaking up for the cause of activism itself?
And for what it's worth, starting off, it's not good news that we're hearing
Mhm.
regarding the arrest of VDM.
Yeah.
As much as we try, as much not to be very political, here at Gusto TV, but it's just sad that this is
Yeah,
happening
it
in the
is
manner that it
actually.
did happen.
Mhm.
We don't know the full facts of it, whether it's
Yeah.
EFCC or that one or
Mhm.
that one. But the truth of the matter remains that he was arrested,
Yeah, it
and it
was.
looked like it was an illegal type of arrest. Well,
Mhm. With
we'll
the
wait
way
for the
they went about it.
yeah, we wait for the facts. We wait to see, what happens regarding that. But
Mhm.
a VDM is one person that everybody almost loves. That's why I say almost,
Almost,
because
yeah.
he still
It
has
it shake sometimes.
he has a couple people
I
who
know, right?
really don't like him.
Mhm.
And that number one person has to be D1. But
Mm.
let's not talk about that guy right now. But he was arrested, or he's arrested and detained. We don't know the facts of it, like I said. And Davido has taken it upon himself to actually
Yeah.
speak and lend his voice.
Mhm.
One thing that I know Davido for, and I know this for a fact, is that Davido will speak about societal issues. He's
Yeah,
one
he's
person
always
that,
talking about
yeah,
it.
he's one person that really like sides with the people.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I have to put it that way. I mean, talk about the general elections, talk about his uncle is a governor in Osun
Yeah.
State. I know how he was vehemently, fighting for the cause of the people of Osun State. Well, you might say, yeah, it's because his uncle is involved in Adeleke.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's always that person that wants to be in front to actually speak or lend his voice. And of course, there's no denying the fact that VDM is also like a close ally, to
Yeah.
the 30BG camp and all of that. But VDM will not say by himself that he's a 30BG. He's
Mhm.
fighting for the cause of the people.
Yeah.
But we can also link them together, the Cubana link up, all of that, even the Chivido wedding, VeryDarkMan was as well
Mhm.
at
Yeah,
the
it was
wedding.
there,
So
yeah.
it could mean that it's something that is close to home, right? And Davido just said, you know what, I'm not gonna keep silent. I know I have a humongous platform. I know I've
Mhm.
just dropped a 5 album and I'm supposed to be actually promoting this album,
Mhm.
but I'll still speak for my guy. I'll speak for VDM, and VDM is one person that I will do everything I can to make sure that people get to see and hear what's happening with him. So for me, I don't think like it's a personal touch of activism. I feel like it's just a friend reaching out to everyone for his friend, or just also calling out the ills of these institutions. No institution is perfect, but the ills
Yeah.
of these institutions. So I don't think it's any type of traction, maybe because he just dropped a project or anything. I don't see it that way. That's my opinion. I feel like he's just doing what he needs and he has to do, really.
Mhm. I mean, it's actually really I would say, should I say disappointing that I've not actually seen the big wigs in the Afrobeat industry talk about this thing.
Yeah, yeah, I remember you mentioned that. I was just trying to like remember all the
Mm.
questions that you had asked me regarding this. Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about the big wigs, I think for what is worth, sugar, people need to understand that a person's opinion on a certain matter is
Mhm.
very, very, very unique to them.
Mhm.
Yeah, like some people will see things pop up on the
Yeah.
internet and then they'll just look past. It doesn't mean that they're not interested. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that they're not affected. But sometimes, but because it could be because of certain affiliations or certain, okay, you know what? Probably you might not even know. Probably they are also sponsoring a certain type of protest, you know, for the release and the cause of all these things that's been happening to VDM. It would have been better if they come out and use their platform to
Yeah.
actually say these things.
Like they don't even have to. For me, it doesn't have to be come out and say, "Oh, government, you are doing bad,"
Yeah,
or "VDM, you are bad." Just say something.
yeah,
In fact, you can be on the fence, because if there's one thing I've noticed about Nigerians, they don't want to hear that. "Oh, don't worry, I'm doing it behind closed doors." No,
mm,
say, let us see what you are doing exactly
yeah,
for this thing. So it's just like, don't come out and say, "Oh, you are just there." I mean, but then we've had skills
yeah,
say something, even
yeah.
though fans are like, "Oh, you they
Looking
try."
for attention.
Exactly. We've had Peter Pisco say something as well. We've had Sean Kuti, who is also, let's say, in we can also refer to him as a type of VDM.
Yeah, as an
Actually,
activist.
he's
Yeah.
an activist as well. But then these people that have actually said something, do they like? Does it make a difference?
Well, the truth of the matter is, I wanted to say before you actually asked me that question, is there should be some type of unity within the the ecosystem of Afrobeats.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it just has to happen. Yes, we understand that not everybody likes everybody in the industry.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
don't have to be super friends,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if there's something that connects the people, if there's someone that is an instrument to actually connecting the people or helping the people see the reason why they should leave or demand for better from their government, that person, for example, VDM, and this has happened to him. I feel like it's a collective voice. It shouldn't be like a voice of a select few. There's Davido speaking, there's Kilo speaking, there's Shion Kuti speaking, there's P
Mm-hmm.
Square. How about the Rema? How about the Wizkid?
Exactly. But
What's up with
boy.
Burna Boy 2020, 2020? Bro, you sang that whole
Mm-hmm.
record. Now there's somebody who's an activist, or probably you don't really like the guy. It's fine. But I mean, like I said, everybody has their own,
Mm-hmm.
freedom of association, freedom
Yeah.
of expression, and how they choose to express themselves.
Mhm.
But I don't see like a collective voice type of thing in the
Yeah.
industry.
Mm-hmm.
What I pay, everybody's on their own, sha, like and all of that.
Don't join
Okay,
me with this person. So
don't
it's
join me. That
even
kind
if
of thing.
Kasala won't boss, I'm gonna say me, I talk my own,
But
you talk
sugar,
your own.
you know why this thing they always vex me? Because
What's
I
that?
always like say that at the end of the day, fan base will be will be separated along different lines, and it's okay. But when it comes to like something that binds us together, we should share all that. There's no FC, there's no 30BG, there's no
Yeah,
outsider, there's
that's
no ravers or
it.
anything. It should be a collective voice. Are we
Mm,
excited for everything that's happening in the country regarding how we're living? Absolutely, no.
no.
So if it's a cause that unites the people, I feel like these Afrobeat bigwigs, like you call them, should actually lend their voice, not just be smoking Igbo in the studio and acting like nonchalant
Oh
and all
my
of that. They
god.
should actually come out to use their platform because imagine a whiskey saying free VDM. That's all. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's actually
That's a
that's
movement.
what I was saying. That you don't even have to come out and start explaining.
That's a movement.
Just a two sentence like,
Or Burna
oh.
Boy just tweets and says, you know what? I know I just dropped a record, but I know my fans are not happy. Just
Mm-hmm.
even lie to us. Just make it seem as though you
Like
are
you're
interested.
interested, exactly.
Like I swear, people will love you more. And you see that number that you're looking for on that your
You
new record, Burna
you
Boy.
you will get
You'll get
it.
like times 10 in less than 2
You
days.
will.
I don't want your honesty at this point. I just want your pretense. Give me your
Hypocrisy.
hypocrisy. I
Exactly.
need it for this cause right now. Right? So
Exactly.
I see like a division in the whole scene and the whole setup, and it
Mhm.
looks really, really, really tacky. But I really wish VDM all the best. I hope that he gets the justice that he deserves.
Yeah,
I think if they
hopefully.
don't find anything on him, I don't know the reason why they
Yeah, they've
arrested
not
him.
that's it, they've not even said anything. So it's just like, even those that are staging protests are just like, you know what, just free this guy.
Yeah.
But I think anything that would make this whole thing die down a bit is if We don't even know those that are even arrested to start with. We don't know if they were police or AFCC or NAFDAC or NDLEA. We don't even know who picked him up at this point.
For what is what, sugar,
Uh-uh.
they picked up the
They
guy.
should have picked
I
him
don't
up,
want to
but
say
we
our
don't.
guy, so I don't. It doesn't look like I'm choosing a particular. They picked up
They
the guy,
picked up,
and
yeah.
the guy needs to actually really, because I'm hearing different things. I'm hearing, oh, they're denying him, access to even food,
Wow.
and all of that stuff. I don't know, but I think his
Mm-hmm.
brother. I saw a video. I don't know. I don't really like follow this so much, but I saw that
Mm.
his brother, was trying to get him food. They had to get a lawyer to, because they said there was a standing order for nobody to reach him,
Can you
to give him food
imagine?
or anything. So it looks, by the looks of that, allegedly, if it's
Mm-hmm.
true, then it's actually very unjust.
It
Because
is
you
now.
you have to charge somebody and convict them first before you actually start
Mm-hmm.
meting all that
Nobody even
punishment on
knows
him.
exactly. Nobody
Doesn't
even
look
knows
really good.
what's
What has
happening,
happened?
what has happened, what is
You know?
happening, what did he do? I mean, we know VDMs always come out and talk and be like, "Oh, I'm not scared of anybody." That's always it, but it's really quite disappointing and heartbreaking. But we
Yeah,
hope that he really gets the justice and
yeah,
that they come and tell us what he actually did. At
yeah.
least at this point, so even those that are protesting will know that okay, maybe now him
Funny
even they
enough,
wrong.
sugar.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know why they are protesting. They just hear
They
say they
just
don't
here say
arrest
the
VDM.
VDM,
Okay,
let's go.
Ratel, oh yeah,
Exactly,
activate. We don't enter
exactly,
streets. So it
yeah.
goes to show you how much influence this guy has
Eyes on
on the
people,
people.
yes.
So it's a lot of people are liking him to that other guy in that country. I don't want to speak his name. I
Mm,
know the man no can go arrest me. So it's like he's really, really, really deep into this activism thing,
mhm.
and people are like, yo, even in Abuja right now, the roads are
Yeah,
blocked
blocked, like shut
because
down.
of VDM. So it
Mhm.
is intense, it is crazy. So it goes to show that this guy is actually really, really important to
Yeah.
the people. So if it was not somebody that was important, well, maybe not this
Everybody
noise,
go just
So
go
yeah, I feel
down.
like, because these Afrobeat big wigs, cater to the people and for the people. We are the ones who stream their music, we're the ones who hype them up, big them up, and all of that. It will be wise for them to join front with the people to actually give a shout
Yeah.
to whoever is involved in all these illegal arrests to say, you know what, okay, let's put a stop to this, and
Mhm.
then just, move on with our life. Nigerians
Honestly.
deserve to be happy. The Afrobeat space deserves the energy and the sanity. Please,
Exactly.
big wigs, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Rema, Arista. Please, enough of the mini skirt
Them.
right now. Let's get
He
let's get
said
let's
he
get
said
our hoodies
he
on
said
and
enough
hit the
of the
streets.
mini skirt, please. Please. So